From an OP mythic boss to turning into a metallic blob, here are 24 secrets in Season 4. The entire Fortnite map has been taken over by this boss who has the ability to transform into like this gooey chrome substance. If you get this splash item, you can transform into this gooey substance as well. You will become immune to fire damage. You can move faster on the map and you can walk through walls as well. We also got a bunch of new POIs on the map as well. If you go to this POI near Sanctuary, it is called Herald's Sanctum. It is covered entirely in chrome. Also has this giant chrome tornado. You can walk through any walls at this location, and you can also find a boss at this location, and her name is Herald. She has the ability to summon chrome wolves who will attack you if you go around her. She protects herself by staying in this bubble. You have to kill the wolves to actually release her from this chrome bubble. And also, she can teleport. If you somehow manage to defeat her, she drops a mythic weapon. It's called the Herald's Burst Rifle. There's another POI on this map called Lustrous Lagoon. This is the POI inside of the volcano. And unlike last year, it's covered in chrome and it has a floating ship above it. This ship has 2 balloons, which will basically push you up like a geyser and you can redeploy. Now, you can find a bunch of these balloons around the map, including tilted towers. In Season 4, the vaults are back in Fortnite. And now you don't need key cards to open vaults. You need keys. That's right. You can obtain keys from chests. And if you have a key in your inventory and if you open the map, you'll see the locations of all of the vaults. And now all you have to do is open them using the keys. Porta Fort has now been vaulted. After a lot of players complained that it was really OP, especially in no build, it has now been replaced by Porta Bunkers. It's basically 3 walls and a ramp. You can also knock your opponents using your sliding mechanic as well. So if you're in a high ground, you can literally slide into your opponent, knock them off the mountain, and you can get them eliminated. Indiana Jones's POI has now been replaced as well by this POI called Shimmering Shrine. It is completely covered in chrome, and all of the puzzles inside has now been removed as well. Updates get even better from here. Bunch of Evo weapon has been added to the game. Basically, their crosshair looks very different, and if you're using this weapon, you will get this bar right here, which will increase every time you do damage, and the rarity of your weapon will keep increasing as well. You can basically go from common to mythic depending on how much damage you do. Cloudy Condos is another location. It's basically Condo Canyon, but it is above the ground. The 7 has raised this POI from the ground so it does not get affected by the chrome. You can use a zip line to get to this POI, or you can use this brand new D launcher, which is basically like a jump pad. If you step on these, you'll basically get boosted forward. Now, you can find D launcher at pretty much all of the new location, including the Jonesies, which has now been called Fort Jonesy. You can see the layout of this location has changed completely. Suppressed SMGs has now made a return as well, but this time around they're slightly different because they are now available in epic and legendary variants. Chicken and Frogs has returned to Fortnite again after being secretly vaulted last season. The lever action is another weapon that has returned. Also, a really weak weapon, Hunter's Bolt action, has returned, but this time around they are super OP. That's right, Fortnite has increased the headshot damage. The blue rarity will do 250 damage, so you can literally eliminate someone with 1 shot. Also, the lever action has been buffed as well. Now you can reload this weapon while you're aiming. Also, a really cool update has been added. You can now pet your animals. That's right, so if you're riding an animal, you can pet them. Now, every season has a victory umbrella. This season, if you get a victory royale, you can earn this umbrella called a Chrome Umbrella. Here's a little secret no one knows. In this new update, you can actually give command to NPCs. Obviously, last season, the only thing you can do with NPCs was like hire them, and all they would do is just follow you around. But now you will have this command section where you can actually give different instructions. For example, you can tell them to hold their ground, or you can tell them to move to this certain location. congratulations. Paradigm has finally arrived in the Battle Pass. And as expected, Brie Larson is Paradigm. Now, she comes with different variants, but if you want to equip the 7 version of Paradigm, you have to unlock a page 7. And as always, there is always a funny character in the Battle Pass. And this season is this guy right here, Grizz. This is a cuddly bear inside of this Slurp bear. He has a controller in his hand. It is controlling the Slurp bear. And its built-in emote is a reference from The Lion King when Mufasa raises Simba. Here is a little secret about this skin right here, Meow Skulls. I bet a lot of people don't know this, that she's actually Kit's sister. But of all the Battle Pass, this has to be the coolest skin because you can literally get 2 skin for the price of 1. If you do this emote right here, you can literally change your skin to a completely different person. And obviously our tier 100 skin is Gwen Stacy. She is literally the same Spider-Gwen from the movies. Now that we got Spider-Gwen, does that mean we are going to get Miles Morales very soon? There's a rumor going on that Miles Morales will be included in the item shop very soon. Now, in the trailer, when Cypher PK's icon skin got released, people noticed this weapon right here, which looked like an AK with a scope. We might see this weapon very soon as well. Speaking of Cypher PK, you can earn a Cypher PK skin for free if you participate in his tournament. And in this tournament, you will notice this item, which is basically called Trap Tower. You can throw this item and it will have a bunch of traps inside, and we'll also have a launch pad as well. Have a look at this brand new weapon. Now, in the trailer, we saw Paradigm using this weapon. Now, this weapon is called Unstable Liquid Gun. This looks a very OP weapon. It looks like you can do multiple damage in one shot. Iron Man's Hulk Buster skin will come to Fortnite this season as well, because Fortnite accidentally released this. You can see right here in this document, it is mentioned Iron Man revealed. And that is a built-in emote of this skin, the Iron Man Hulk Buster skin. This was actually a mech suit designed by the 7. This will be included in the item shop very soon. So there's most likely we are going to get the Spider mythic weapon returned to Fortnite, because obviously Gwen Spider is actually included in this season. Obviously, this grappler is now removed from the game as well. So it would only make sense if they included this mythic weapon right here. So it looks like we are going to get a live event this season because House from Chapter 1 Loot Lake has now returned, and it looks exactly the same. But if you look above the house, you can see there is this tiny rift. Now, the last time we saw a rift in the sky ended with a huge live event. Most likely we are going to get a live event this year as well.